Hey guys, I'm back. This is actually my third video I'm shooting today. It's my day off, one of my days off, and had too much caffeine, too much coffee this morning, and I'm drinking a Coke now, and just kind of amped up, and just got a lot of videos I've been wanting to make, and just kind of clear out of the way. These are things I picked up several months ago, but really kind of cool. I think they're cool. I picked these up at a store here in town called Second and Charles. It's really Books A Million. It's their attempt at a new and used kind of mega store. It's got music and movies and books. Same thing as Half Price Books, basically. They stole the concept from them, I think. The store, I was excited when it opened because I saw they were going to have records and CDs. I was actually more excited about CDs because we've got a couple of good record shops in town, but really nobody that carries much in the way of compact discs. Pick them up in thrift shops when I can, but you know, there's not really a shop that has like a wide selection of compact discs. So when the store opened a couple of years ago, I was kind of disappointed in their selection of CDs, and it's never been really great, but occasionally they get some pretty cool stuff in, and the pricing in the store is always just all over the map. I don't know. I've heard that they use Amazon to price everything, which makes sense for books, but not really for music. You'd want to use Discogs or eBay or PopPsych or something. So prices are just kind of all over the map. Of course, new vinyl is always expensive, but anything used, you never know what the price is going to be. Sometimes it's too high, sometimes too low. And when it's, I feel like the price is low and it's something I want, I always snatch it up. So anyway, let's get into it. Walked in the store one day and just kind of went through the vinyl. I usually start in the vinyl because I'm not too excited about their CD selection, and can't remember where I found the vinyl section. And so went to the CDs, and I noticed they had a little section that said featured. Kind of went through and I started noticing, I saw one and then another and then a few more of these Japanese mini LP style CDs. Here I'll start off with this one from the Sony Japan. This is Miles Davis Big Fun. So this is kind of from Miles's electric period of the early 70s. But yeah, these are really cool. They reproduce the album in a miniature format. They all came with an obi strip originally. And I'm going to show, I've got several of these Japanese mini LP style CDs I'm going to show here. But these are really interesting because everything looked in like perfect shape, almost like they came from another record shop that closed down and liquidated or something. And so they were selling these as used, but they all looked like pretty much brand new. Of course, the little plastic sleeve they came in is a little beat up just from shelf wear, but everything else looked in perfect brand new condition. And the prices on these, they're not super cheap, but $9.95, 10 bucks, cheap for a Japanese import CD, especially the mini LP style. And these are older ones. This one's from 2001, which is kind of weird because it looks in brand new condition, so it's probably been sitting in storage for several years. And I think a lot of the other ones are from about the same vintage. So pretty cool. Yeah, and Second and Charles, they have a deal where, you know, when you buy stuff, you get your receipt, and there's a little thing where you can go online, fill out a survey, and it gives you a coupon. And if you spend more than, I think it's 25 bucks, you get $5 off. So buy $30 worth of CDs, it costs you 25 bucks. So knocks the price down to about $8.50 a CD. So yeah, let me open one of these up. Actually, I won't open this up, but I'll show you these, kind of go through them, and then I'll show you one I've opened up. Actually, screw it, I'll open it up. So yeah, this is a Sony Master Sound reissue of Miles Davis's Big Fun. And there's a little obi strip. You know, it says the barcode and the a little bit of information, all in Japanese, mostly in Japanese. You notice like they'll have the title, I assume that is in Japanese, and they'll say like this, in this case, +4. That tells you there's 4 extra bonus tracks. Let's see. Oops. Down here, there's some dates listed. The top date is when it was released. I believe 2001, 4/25, April 25. There's another date. I believe one of the dates is the date beyond which the stores can change the price. The price is set, and after like a year or something, they can charge less than the suggested retail price. And there's also something in Japan, they rent CDs, or they used to. And there was like a date after which they couldn't rent the CD or something. I don't remember. Interesting stuff. It lists the personnel and the tracks. The personnel are in Japanese. I think it's called kanji script. So I can't really read any of that, but yeah, that's the obi strip. It's always nice to have those. A lot of times you see these Japanese CDs and someone's thrown the obi strip away. But it's nice to have them. So when I say these are a mini LP, they're actually reproductions of the LP. So it was originally a gatefold, so they reissued it in a gatefold with the original outer, and you notice there's no barcode on the actual thing. They put that in the obi strip so you don't have a big nasty ugly barcode on the product. And then on the inside you got the original inner gatefold artwork, and then the disc itself comes in a nice little plastic half round sleeve. So yeah, really nice, really nice packaging on these. And as typical with these Japanese CDs, they'll have like a little fold-out insert with more info. A lot of times lyrics. In this case, it's got all the different musicians per track, and a little bit of commentary there, all in Japanese. And then the back side, they'll list the other CDs in the series, in this Master Sound series. And a lot of times they'll talk about the mastering process, DSD, direct stream digital mastering. So yeah, pretty cool. And let's see. Okay, so that's one of them. Another one, actually bought, I think, 3 copies of the CD. You know, it's cheap, and I might give these away as gifts or something, or maybe a contest or something. On the ECM label, Gary Burton on vibes, Chick Corea on piano, Crystal Silence. I think it was a fairly early ECM album. This is from the ECM 70s Beauty Variations series. Yes, it's got a little sticker on the back, made in Japan. Let me open one of these up. So it's a different label. These were, let's see, UCCE. So this is Universal Japan did this series. And there's the obi strip on this one. And again, it's a mini LP reproduction. I guess it was originally not a gatefold, so this is not a gatefold. Nice, slick, shiny cardboard on this. And this one's a little different. It's got kind of a cloth inner sleeve for the CD. And it's got kind of a nice reproduction of the original ECM label. And again, it's got a fold-out paper insert. This one a little different size, with commentary and info about the tracks and whatnot. So yeah, these are definitely something I enjoy collecting when I see them. Usually when I see them, they're 15 to 20 bucks or more. But if I see them used, I typically pick them up. But these are all in just, you know, perfect, like brand new condition, so I don't know where they bought these. And then next up, some CDs by Santana. Let's see. These are all from a series, I guess they came out in 2006. So this is Santana's Moonflower. This is a gatefold mini LP. I'm not going to open this one up, but they all have these stickers, these Santana ones. Summer of Rock 2006. I guess the Mount Fuji Rock Festival '06. He must have played at the Fuji Rock Festival in 2006, and they tied these CD reissues in with that deal. So you got Moonflower, Caravanserai, I think is how you pronounce it. Another one that's got the Fuji Rock Summer of '06 sticker. And I've got one of these opened up, I'll show you. So this one, the obi actually sat on top, a little different. And originally a gatefold, so they reproduced the gatefold style for the mini LP. And this is kind of neat. The outside is like a really glossy cardboard, but the inside, kind of hard to see, but it's got like a textured cardboard surface to it. I assume that's how it was in the original, and they're just reproducing it here. And of course the Japanese are sort of obsessed with miniaturizing things. I think because they live, a lot of them, in small homes. Again, this is Sony Japan, I believe. Yeah, Sony owns CBS and Columbia in Japan, or they own it overall. But it's got the plastic half-round inner sleeve, and then there's a reproduction of the original, Columbia inner sleeve here. It's actually, they had titled the inner sleeve. I've actually seen some of these in old records from Columbia in the 70s. So, and it's actual sleeve. You could put your CD in there if you wanted, I guess, to be more correct. And what else was in here? Let's see. There's a little, some little insert on pink paper. I'm not sure what that says. And then the big fold-out insert. This one quite large. Yeah, huge. All kinds of info about Santana and the different CDs released in the series, and probably the Sony digital mastering process and whatnot. So really cool. A lot of stuff for, I think I paid about $8.50 in the end for these. What else? One more. This one just blows my mind. It's the same price as the others, $9.95. So with the discount, came out to like $8.50. This is Santana's Lotus, and Lotus was, I think, in their first tour of Japan. They recorded a live album, came back, and this wasn't released in the US initially, but came out as a 3 LP set in like Japan and the Netherlands. And this is a mini LP CD reproduction. So they reproduced to a T the original kind of product. Now I've seen a copy of Santana's Lotus in an antique mall in Ocala, south of here. It was a Dutch pressing, and I think they wanted like $60, and I almost pulled the trigger on it because it was just a beautiful package, but didn't. So for $8.50 I've got a CD kind of version of the same thing. So again, it's got the the Fuji Rocks, Summer of '06 sticker on the back, but it has a little bit different obi strip on this. I have to be careful. There's a lot of stuff in this going on here in this little package, but it comes in a plastic slipcase. So we'll carefully remove the plastic slipcase, and first thing that I noticed, there's a little booklet. You got the record thing, and then there's a little booklet with the same cover on the back. So we'll take a look at the booklet real quick. Full of photos and whatnot, all in Japanese, of course, so I can enjoy the photos, but not a whole lot else. How many pages? Looks like about 70 pages. Or no, 60 pages, 60-page booklet. Nice little booklet. So here's the actual reproduction of the record set itself, and in this case the obi strip is a it actually slips over the record, so it's kind of free to move, but it stays on there. Alright, so I got to open this very carefully. There's a lot of stuff in here, but it folds out. Oh, there goes some. It folds out like the original record. Be very careful, there's a lot of stuff in here. The original record packaging is very elaborate. Very elaborate. And the reproduction here is just the same. So let me pull out some of the odds and ends that are inside of here. Let's see if I can show this off without dumping out the CDs and everything else. Yeah, it's really... Alright, so pretty elaborate stuff. It folds out like a trifold, and then these little end pieces come out. So I'll show you one of those. All kinds of groovy stuff in there. Cool artwork. The other end piece, with a CD, came out with it. Just, you know, amazingly elaborate, this reproduction. I'll try to do some photos somewhere on a solid surface where I can kind of explain a little better how this packaging works. But if you've ever seen the actual Lotus LP, I think it's exactly the same. So here's one of the discs. Again, this is Sony Japan, so they use a little half-round plastic inner sleeve. Yeah, so here's kind of let's see. Here's a better look at the inner trifold inner inside of this thing, on the back side of the OB strip. And then, yeah, some of the extra bonus stuff that came in here, some little cards, photo cards. I don't know if these came with the original, perhaps, the original LP. Probably did. Different musicians in the band, including, I'm sure, Michael Shreve on drums. Just amazing. I mean, how much detail and whatnot is in this this little set for $8.50. Reproductions, I guess, of the original inner sleeves, and these, I guess, would have been the original labels, how they would have looked through the cutout on the original inner sleeve. And these are actual paper sleeves. If you want, you can put your CDs in them. So there's another one. And then a third, there's three of them. Some kind of little card here. I don't know what this says, it's all in Japanese. And then the little pink card with whatever that's about. Just crazy, mind-blowing detail on this little package. So that was really exciting for $8.50. That was kind of the highlight of that haul. And then right around the same time, going through the records, I saw a Miles Davis record, and for some reason at first it didn't click. It was a good deal. They tend to stock, and especially lately, they're stocking their jazz stuff with a lot of like new reissued vinyl, and a lot of it's stuff out of Europe where they just take a CD and they master the vinyl from the CD. It doesn't use the original. Uses like the original photo from the cover, but it doesn't have like the Blue Note logo or Prestige logo or something. It's a little shady looking. And so I don't get too excited about the new vinyl I see in the store too often. But this one caught my eye, and for some reason I didn't buy it right away, which I should have. And saw it again like a couple weeks later, and I realized, like, wow, that's a really good deal for what they want for it. It's a Miles Davis box set, a reissue of Bitches Brew, the 40th anniversary, and it was priced at $29.95. So I used one of their little coupons and knocked $5 off. So for $25, and I kind of unboxed this in the video I shot before, so it's not an original shrink, but I you know, kept what I could of the original shrink. The little hype sticker here, you can't really read it, but on the back it has this little paper insert that shows you everything that's in the set. So for $25, it is 2 LPs, yeah, the original double LP on vinyl, and it's got, let's see, 3 CDs. So it's got the original album, and then a bunch of bonus tracks, alternate takes, whatnot, and then that's the second CD. The third CD is live in Tanglewood 1970, and then there's a DVD of a concert in Copenhagen in 1969. And then the LPs are, 180 gram pressings. Pretty elaborate set. I don't know why it just didn't click, like, dummy, buy it, before someone else does. It's got a little bit of damage, a little bit of shelf wear from sitting on the shelf. There's a little crease on the cardboard slip cover here, case for the whole thing. But yeah, pretty elaborate packaging, nice stuff. So we'll take it out. So what do we have here? We have the gatefold album. Nice reproduction of that. Let's set that aside. And then there's a booklet. A booklet that comes with it with beautiful artwork by Abdul Mati Klarwan. Let's see if I can get that full image there. Sort of. And then like on the inside in the middle. So it's nice to see the artwork without the the logos and stuff like that on it. But yeah, several page after page of photos and commentary and stuff like that. A lot of cool stuff in the booklet. Yeah, definitely a collector's piece. Really nicely done by Sony, part of their Legacy series. And then this, there's kind of a little gatefold thing here. Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. I guess it was the 40th anniversary when this came out. So there's a little gatefold here, kind of like the album, but this houses the CDs and the DVD. Really nice little package. And then there's a little envelope of sort of paraphernalia here. The really nerdy stuff. I guess there were 2 or 3 different versions of this reissue thing, and this is kind of like the deluxe set. So it's got all this stuff here. It's got some reproductions of, I guess, ticket stubs for concerts at the Fillmore. And then it's got a reproduction of a Rolling Stone article here. I guess that was the cover, featuring Miles Davis. So I guess it was more of like a newspaper style, perhaps, back in the day. Yeah, it's got the full article reproduced. You get a reproduction of a memorandum from CBS Records with the track titles, and it says the title of this album will be, quote, "Listen to This." So what? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, okay. Alright, and then there's another memorandum. This one I guess came later. It said, Miles just called and said he wants this album to be titled, quote, "Bitches Brew." And I guess this is from producer Teo Macero. So yeah, definitely a better title than "Listen to This." Reproduction of the photo contact sheet, I guess from the photo sessions around the same time. A nice big photo of Miles. And a big poster. I'm not going to fold the poster out, but I'm sure it's like a 9-panel poster. So yeah, definitely a cool find. Like I said, this store is just kind of clueless with their pricing. It just, stuff doesn't make sense. Some stuff is way overpriced, some is way underpriced. But yeah, it's always kind of fun. And I noticed the key to this store is to just look through everything, because they tend to put jazz stuff and R&B or in hip-hop and I don't know, rock stuff in the wrong place. A lot of these people are people that work there are younger, and they don't necessarily have like a whole lot of musical knowledge. So especially with used stuff, when they go to put it in the bins, they're not always sure where to put it, and you know, that's just how it is. But it's good for people to dig like me, and definitely makes it a lot more fun. Especially when they price things and they don't don't do a good job researching the price. So yeah, I just thought those are cool. Like I said, I tried to make a video this summer and it just came out awful. And I was really excited about these. I really love Japanese CDs, Japanese vinyl, anything Japanese. They always do a beautiful job with their reproductions. So yeah, I've got another video to shoot, some more stuff from the Second & Charles store. I'm pretty excited about CDs mostly, maybe 2 videos, and then we'll try to get into something a little different, maybe some Disney records. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.